Hey there, welcome to Oracle Star Tarot. Today's reading is going to include a lot of decks. We start your reading with the world. Wow. And that's really interesting because for me, the world is a world of opportunities, options. You have so many options. You have so many things to choose from. It looks like with the Seven of Pentacles, you've explored some of your options, and at the same time, there's so many left. There's a confirmation right there. Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. That is really interesting. This, in the typical tarot, is an energy of sharing with others, and this is more your own. This is your own pizza here. So there's something in terms of your connection and what you share with others and what you're experiencing with your own internal dialogue and your own internal world. And what comes up is that we have all different kinds of worlds. Each human being has their own internal world. They have their work world, their work environment, friends, family, community, the things they're interested in their hobbies, the time spent alone, especially if you live alone. So we have our shadow selves, that a lot of that only you know, those parts of yourself. You might not show or share that with other people. And this reading embodies all of that. What comes up for me is finding a peace, a sense of peace within all of your worlds, even a sense of peace with your shadow self. There's some kind of communication to be had, and perhaps there's something that you want to connect one world to the other world. For example, perhaps you want to integrate an aspect of yourself into one of your environments that you don't usually use in that environment. For example, at work, I try to be free and fun when I can. I try to remember that. How can I be myself when I'm at work? I have to be professional as well. How can I be a little more professional in my personal life? You know, there's different ways you can play with it. Who are you in one environment? How can you really integrate that authenticity across the span of all your environments? If there's something that you don't want to show in one certain environment, is that something that you maybe want to look at? Is that something you really want to embody? Maybe it is, but it's just not, it's food for thought. Princess of Cups and Six of Wands. This is about being free, and it's being victorious and also being celebrated. Princess of Cups is opening your heart and expanding your heart. So there's some kind of movement. Opening your heart, expanding your heart is going to lead towards a victory. Communicating who you really are. You might also have news coming in. So let's see. You may be getting a new idea. You're starting fresh. You're starting with some new sense of clarity of who you are, what you want. And there's like a sweet energy around this. Remember how your world was when you were a kid? We all had different experiences. But if you could tune in to a moment where you just felt free and you were playing, maybe playing with your friends on the playground, just feeling really connected to your imagination and free and worry-free and carefree. Was there a moment in your childhood like that? How can you feel that way again? How can you really have a sense of imagination and also a sense of awareness in any given moment? It's hard for us to always be free. You have to focus, right? But are there moments that you could just relax and let go of the fear and feel free? I also see a sense of clearing some of the things out in your home that you don't want. One practice that I'll share with you is sometimes I'll say, okay, I'll 5 things a day that I'll either redistribute or throw away, recycle, 5 things a day. And then I find a lot of times I'll get into a project and it'll be more, but I'll, give myself a break when needed, but keeping your space or certain spaces clear, releasing old energy in your home. There might be something in there that is nostalgic, but at the same time, it might prompt some sad memories or sad thoughts. So just food for thought with that. Also, I heard something the other day about the second book in your life, not just the second chapter or the 10th chapter. You're in book number 2. It was talking about you're the same character, but your character has developed. Your character is different. The environment's different. The story is different. So it's the second book. So just not referring to the first book anymore. Being done with that. That is quantum jump. Quantum jump. I have never pulled this card before. That is about going from one reality to the other reality. And that's so wild that was pulled when I was talking about one book and then now you're in the next book. Same character, next book. This card I pull for every reading. Action leads to success. Shake, release, heal, move on. So energetically clearing things in your environment, things in your home, things in your car, cleaning, clearing, and or doing that within certain thoughts and experiences in your mind, heart, body, and soul, and also letting go of toxic cycles in relationships. I'm not saying cut people out unless that resonates with you, but the cycle, cut the cycles out. Your own internal cycle and the dynamic. You can ask for help with that. You don't have to force it. You don't have to force change within any of your relationships, but you can have the intention that you want a dynamic or a cycle to change. And that will ultimately shift how you react and respond in any given situation. It'll shift how somebody feels around you and how they perceive you and how they interact with you, and change a relationship, help it shift and move, end the relationship, open space for healthier relationships that align with your soul's desire. Where do you want a quantum jump? What do you want it to look like? I see show up on the bottom of this deck, the Rainbow Skull. Your life is a movie. Show up. Be in it. I also heard action, like how they say when they're making a movie. So let's put this here. If your life is a movie, what genre would it be? If your life was a book, what would you name the first book? Or if it was a series, novel series, what would you name the first novel? And what do you want the second novel to be? And who are you now that is different from the first novel? And how do you want your character to develop in this second novel? You don't have to make any decisions right now, just grooving. No decisions, just grooving. What are the things you care about? It ain't always gonna be dirt. What do you care about? What would the difference be between if you complained? I don't want to sound negative here, but like real quick, just if you complained or gossiped or pointed out all the negative things, what would the difference be if you pointed out all the positive things? Even the aspects of another person, place, environment, situation. Oh, I love this group because of this and this. I love it. And then when you walk into that room, that's what you see. That's what you experience. And people can feel that from you. If you're perhaps going to say, I don't like this, this, and this, when you walk into the room, you're going to see those very clearly, right? So what are the things you care about? It ain't always going to be dirt. Water the wildflower, not the weeds. That's something I've been telling myself a lot. What do you want your movie to look like? Groove with it, flow with it. I'm going to pull from the Akashic Tarot. Caught in the ruins. The karmic trench is this. Let's give a positive one. One of Roses, commitment. Okay. Before we freak out here. I'm just kidding. I'm talking to myself. I opened right to it. That's crazy. Let's see. This is going to be about pulling out of the trench. It's going to be about pulling out of the ruins. This might be where you feel at the end of book number 1. We're going to get you to book number 2. Okay, let's see here. It says if you're in a hurtful or empty relationship, an unhappy or stultifying job, a behavioral or actual addiction, or even a negative sabotaging belief system that has held you captive for some time, know there is a way out, as there always has been. It just takes some effort and determination on your part. Even if these limiting situations and actions are strong, they are self-imposed. The courage and strength required to change lie within you. You must change each faulty belief and every sabotaging choice as they happen. If you do nothing, you'll perpetuate your attachment to the dark situation. Negative choices could stand for a long time to come. Don't let the ruins of your past ruin your future. You have the power to climb out now. So there's the quantum jump. Let's go to the Four of Scrolls. This card reveals a difficult pattern in your life. Oh, the clouds went in front of the sun as I read that. A pattern of self-defeating feelings, thoughts, and actions that you've brought forward from previous incarnations. You returned to this life with the intention of breaking this karmic pattern, but you got pulled into old thoughts and behaviors. You've been digging yourself deeper into a karmic trench that gets harder and harder to escape. Don't worry, it gets better. This pattern is not unknown to you. You recognize it in your relationships, in your jobs, and currently in your beliefs. Now the sun's coming out. It's time to take charge of your karma by altering the inner ideas, feelings, and patterns that cause you to make sabotaging choices. Every time you notice yourself making an old choice that digs you deeper into your karmic trench, you can change your mind and your actions. This will require your conscious effort every step of the way. Without such work, you could go lifetimes burying yourself in the same feelings. But with your commitment to making changes every day, you can dig yourself out. And what is crazy as the last card I pulled, I don't know why I put it this way, but I did, is commitment. So the One of Roses. So let's read about that. So your quantum jump, your world changing, is about changing your beliefs. It's about believing in yourself. It's about believing in others. It's about believing in the world that you want to create. One of Roses says, when this card appears upright, it means that a valuable union is at hand. A romantic commitment may be coming your way, or perhaps a love from your past lives is returning to you. A business commitment may be forthcoming, such as the offer of a promotion or a new job, or the opportunity to form a partnership or create a new business venture. This card could also indicate the signing of other types of papers, including the sale or purchase of a house or the beginning of a new investment. Either way, this card is filled with light, and it indicates that good results are in the offing. As with many cards, part of the meaning refers to you. It is a reminder to be conscious of your commitment to yourself. If you want others to put you first or help bring happiness to your life, then you must commit to do the same. Your self-honoring choices will set the groundwork for all your partnerships to thrive. Wow. So entering this new reality will take commitment. First and foremost, commitment to yourself and commitment to choosing what you see, choosing how you act, behave, respond in any given situation, choosing to trust and choosing to believe in yourself. Really standing firm in who you are, who you want to be, what you believe, what you want to believe, how you want it to look. You will always be surprised because it always looks different than you may have imagined. You are what you think. We'll end the reading with that one. I'm sending you so much love and light today. Thank you for watching and have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.